Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Shop and Read. Today I'll be doing my most anticipated reads for July, August, and September. Before I get started, if you're new to this channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below as well as hit the notification bell. And if you're new, hi, hello, I'm Stephanie. I do a lot of bookish content. Let's get right into all the books I'm looking for the next few months. Honestly, I am just surprised that it is already July or almost July, and there's so many books that are coming out the next couple months that I'm very excited for. So for the month of July, I have 4 books that I'm very excited for. The first one is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. This book comes out on July 18th. This is basically inspired by Shakespeare, Antony, and Cleopatra, and I am such a huge retelling inspired by type of person, so I'm super psyched for this book. The next book on here is The Jasad Heir by Sarah Hashim. This book is also out on July 18th. This is an Egyptian inspired fantasy debut novel where it follows a fugitive queen who strikes a deadly bargain with her greatest enemy, and she finds herself somehow embroiled in a complex game that could either resurrect her scorched kingdom or leave it in ashes forever. I am super psyched for it. I've heard really good things so far about this book. The next book on here is The Sun and the Void by Gabriela Romero La Cruz, and this book is out on July 25th. This is inspired by the history and folklore of South America, where it is a sweeping tale of epic fantasy, of colonialism, ancient magic, and 2 young women's quest for belonging unfolds. And the last book on here is Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto. This book is also out on July 25th, and this is supposed to be Gideon the Ninth meets Game of Thrones. I don't have a lot of faith on Gideon the Ninth part because I did end up DNFing that series, but Game of Thrones I'm very intrigued by. It is a dark young adult fantasy book about a disgraced ghost fighting warrior who must somehow journey into the haunted wasteland to rescue a kidnapped prince. I am actually really intrigued by this book. So that is it in terms of July. Moving on to August, where I only have 3 books I'm really excited for. The first book is by one of my favorite authors of all times, and that is Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo. This book is out on August 1st, and this is actually her adult debut, which I'm very intrigued by. So it follows a Dominican American family told through the voices of its women as they await a gathering that will somehow change their lives. Honestly, as soon as I saw that Elizabeth Acevedo has a book out, I was immediately signed up for it, so cannot wait for this book. The next book on here is Zara by S.J. Jones. This book is also out on August 1st. All I know about this one is that it is Sailor Moon meets Cinder. I am just intrigued by this, tag, because Sailor Moon? What? And Cinder, one of my favorite series. I definitely cannot wait for this one. Then the last book on here is Her Radiant Curse by Elizabeth Lim. This book is out on August 29th. I swear I had just heard about this book a couple months ago and it's already coming out, which is wild to me. But this is the prequel for 6 Crimson Cranes, where it follows Shannari, who is the stepmother in the series, and it kind of follows her, I guess, her childhood and her story as to how she later becomes the stepmother. And I'm so fascinated by this. I felt like she was such a character in the first book where there's so much to her story left untold, and all you really heard from her and about her were from third-party people or stories that they heard themselves. So I'm really curious to see and learn more about her character and kind of her origin. So anyways, that is it in terms of August. Moving on to September, where I also only have 3 books on here. The first book is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. This book is out on September 19th. So this book follows 2 rival students where they investigate this recluse author's legacy at their prestigious college, and then somehow finding out more about these truths and secrets about it all. Honestly, what really captured me about this book was actually the cover and the whole recluse author. The next book on here is The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy. This book is also out on September 19th, and this book basically is about how fairy tales somehow come to life, but in the creepy, deadly way, and I am so fascinated by that. Then the last book on here is one that I'm sure a ton of people are fucking excited for, and that is The Fragile Threads of Power by V. Schwab. This one is out on September 26th, and this is a continuation to the Darker Shade of Magic series, but with new characters. So I think this takes place way later, because I think it follows like a brand new cast of characters, and I don't think any of the original characters are in this series, but it still obviously follows the whole White London, Red London, Black London, like all of those like different Londons. So I'm very intrigued by this one for sure. So anyways, these are all the books I'm really excited for that's coming in the next couple months. Let me know down below which books are you guys excited for. Are there any books that I missed on here that I should really include on my list? But as always, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. And if you'd like to see more content of me, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below, as well as the notification bell. And as always, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!